everything. This is Sade, aka I Just Stay on everything but Twitter. I am OMG, it's Just Stay.
And that's why I did that. That's exactly why I did that. Really? Whoa.
Alright.
Ooh. Go ahead.
I'm Lindsay. Are you Phil? I'm Lindsay.
She's been doing so good, y'all.
Follow me at McWilson and
Yeah.
McWilson. McWilson 89.
Big Wilson.
Oh, McWilson 89.
Whatever.
Follow me.
Why are always trying to look at me? Anyways, you should know by now it's AngelLeeTv. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you guys are following us on Facebook, Instagram, Anchor. If you can't watch us, you can always listen to us. We post there all the time. And today is a special, extra.
And she forgot Facebook.
I
She said Facebook straight out the gates.
Anyways, today is a very, very special day because we have our first ever guest.
Hi, I'm Kaylie. You can follow me on Instagram, I guess. It's STARKY. That's about it.
See how she can downplay herself. I just want y'all to know this girl right here is amazing. That is why she is our first guest because we've been friends for a very, very long
And
time.
you will see her
And-
a couple of times.
Yeah, you guys
on
want to see her a
episodes.
lot, so get used to it.
And she can ride her dog. I did.
Yeah. We have this giant poodle here.
My little stony baloney.
This stone cold. Y'all can't see
That
it.
was
Or
the
maybe you
smartest
might
idea
see it.
ever, giving him the bone
Give him
out.
that bone.
Okay, because he's trying to get the peanut butter out.
So if you guys hear some little noise and stuff, it's just
It's just a dog trying to get peanut butter out of
that
his
little
mouth.
baby. That little baby.
He's doing his best.
Yeah. Alright, so what are we? Oh, come on, baby.
Okay, so today what we are sipping on, it's been a minute since we've taped, and today we're taping at my house. That's why you don't see any of our house lines today.
Yeah, everything's different.
Today we impulsively bought Ed Hardy's Sangria because it looked cute.
Yeah, because I've never seen Ed Hardy alcohol. I'm like, Ed Hardy makes, so many different stuff that we never drink. Whoa, like,
It's produced in Spain. Sangria is produced in Spain, and
Ed
also
Hardy does
this,
chicken sandwich.
and even this sangria, I guess, is also. It's fruity and it says it's fashionable. I don't know how wine is fashionable.
It's
but
Ed Hardy, it's fashionable.
Yeah.
And we're going to taste test what everybody's been raving about, Casamigos.
It is the smoothest tequila, I will say that. The smoothest tequila ever. It's
I've never
great for
tasted
shots.
it, even though I had some at my bar, but we're not going to talk about that. It is 40% alcohol and 80 proof.
Yeah. So if halfway through this episode we are literally passed out on this table, you know why? You can blame that right there.
We're also doing the Bacardi Rum Punch. We've tasted this pre-game, and it's pretty delicious.
You can't forget about
The
that.
I'm working my way over.
Calm down, sir. Calm down.
Working my
This
way
is the
over.
best one.
This is 5.9% alcohol, and it's a cocktail in a can. You can buy it at.
Yes.
Alright, Lindsay, pick it up.
Pick that piece up.
I feel like she's like the person on the Price is Right. That just wants to
And
hand
we've
it.
done this before. This is the Yellowtail Sangria Blanco. It's a fan favorite. It's infused with fruit flavors. It's supposed to serve it chilled with, we gotta do that one day. With spiced fruit and fresh mint.
We could
Oh,
do
that sounds
what we did at that one party I had at my house and do the blended sangrias with the strawberries, peaches, and pineapple liqueur.
Yes.
See, didn't get that far. But yeah, shout out Yellowtail. I've been rating y'all for a while now. And I feel like maybe y'all ain't hearing me. We buy this a lot. And they're very small bottles. So if you would please, could you just come out with a bigger bottle?
The big
You know, because the red sangria has the big bottle. It's just this little lonely character right here that doesn't have the bigger bottle.
They
And
make it small because they want you to buy multiples of those.
And shout out to TJ Maxx for already having Halloween stuff out because I bought these really cute shot glasses from
Yes.
TJ Maxx.
yes, it's Halloween.
And they were less than $10 actually, so that was a decent impulse buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers it? You just
Oh,
You don't
we-
cheers?
Are we gonna? should
I'm
we
not
do that
taking
now?
a shot.
No, I think we should pop the Ed Hardy and we'll take cheers to that.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
It's
Now
like
you
we're
were talking
talking to
about
my
something
friend.
before we started.
Alright, so we're going to start the episode with something serious. We usually don't do a lot of serious episodes, but we're going to start off serious and then we'll gradually work our way to our usual. But I was talking about what happened in Afghanistan, which is very upsetting because the United States has been in Afghanistan pretty much all of my life. All of our lives, actually.
Yeah, this has always been a thing. I can't remember it ever not being a thing. And so when we heard about the news of the Taliban actually taking over, and was it the president just up and left?
Also,
He just ran.
I was like, wait, we've been training them for decades.
But that was always a fear when they
What?
Ooh. Sorry, we got a rambunctious teenager. Well, he's not rambunctious. He's not a teenager.
He's a baby.
He's a baby.
He's
Puppy.
He's baby.
We got babies.
So
But
We've been training them for decades. And we've been arming them for decades. And we've been using American tax dollars to do so. Meanwhile, we have Americans who are starving and all this. And so we're like, okay, maybe they're doing a good job over there. That's why they've been that long. And when when the Taliban took over so easily, we're like, we armed y'all. We trained y'all. What happened? And they
It's like they stabbed us in the back.
I don't
No,
know.
it's not that they stabbed us in the back. They did retreat once the Taliban came in.
They ran. And this was the fear that everyone had when they were talking about pulling troops out. That was the fear. And
But you also gotta
they
think
have to go home
you
though. Like
can't-
our troops have to come home.
You can't keep them there forever.
Right, they have to come home. So my question then is, all these tax dollars and all this time, and no shade, I don't know what kind of training they
Staying
got.
there is definitely not a solution.
Right, I don't know what kind of training they got. I don't know what they're being taught,
Pulling
but
out with not leaving any kind of infrastructure
something
or
should
democracy there.
because they got scared and they retreated, they ran, which no shit, I would do the same thing. Nope, look, I live to fight another day, but now we have a bigger
They were
problem.
putting people in cargo planes like that.
They were holding on to cargo planes on the out, like these people
Did
were.
you see the inside of the cargo planes?
Yeah, it looked like a concert. Overpacked.
And people
overpacked
had the nerve to
concert.
be like, they're not wearing masks, and I'm like,
That's their worries right now.
So the only funny thing that I have to add about this is like all the people are like talking about this awful thing that's happening, like a lot of great things, like a lot of good conversation. And then like you see like the Instagram people and they're like thinking about Afghanistan, meanwhile it's like their tits out. And I'm just like
Right.
and I'm just like, what message are you trying to send? Are your tits gonna save Afghanistan? Or are you thinking about Afghanistan?
are you donating your OnlyFans
Boobies
profits to
to
Afghanistan?
You know, tits off for Afghanistan. Like that's how like. And then there was so many memes about it. Like people were like posting themselves like taking selfies in like the shower, and they're like thinking of Afghanistan. And I'm just like,
What the?
Like there's a woman in North Hills here. Her husband is in Afghanistan. And she's like super worried about him because they are knocking door to the Taliban is knocking door to door looking for people that like help the United States in any way, shape, or form. Like there's this young she's a young mayor, and she is Afghanistan, and she's like, I know I'm going to die, but if it happens, it happens.
And we got some people that actually are from the United States that are allies to us, translators, you know, just different aspects of what they do over there that are over there and are stuck. They are trapped. They cannot get out. They can't leave. They're being killed.
Like KAYLIE though said, there are people there that I was like, what in the world? Like this one guy, he picked bad timing.
Poor guy's probably trying to have himself a holiday.
He said, I decided that I've never been to Afghanistan. I'm gonna go to Afghanistan. Of course he's white.
It's always white people. I'm so sorry on behalf of my entire race. I'm so sorry.
I was like, there's no flights out of here. And you were like,
You shouldn't have been there in the first place. I mean,
Okay, so hold up. Are we surprised though? There's a horror movie at like.
it's always that
Y'all are just like, we need to get somewhere safe. The white people are like, let's check it out, man.
We need to see what we're facing.
all the places this guy could have vacation. He was like, I'm gonna buy a ticket to Afghanistan.
You had choices, my man. You had, you know, Miami, the Bahamas, Hawaii.
It's a white
No,
people.
he's like, I want to go get killed.
The Maldives.
I
Like,
also
ain't
think
that where y'all like to go?
I'm not gonna go to Afghanistan.
I'm gonna go to Afghanistan.
And I just feel bad for the Afghanistan women,
Oh, 100%.
especially because they were driving, they had rights, they were freedom of expression. Like I told you, the one girl was a mayor. They were doing stuff. And once the Taliban took over, so suddenly it didn't happen gradually. It just suddenly happened, and like we don't have like the garb that we're supposed to wear. All the stores are closed, all the banks are closed, so we have to hide because until we could find these things that we need to have to make ourselves blend in, so we don't have to worry about getting killed.
And like,
That's all gone.
I know that like
They are being slaughtered.
And they're being sheathed and covered in the traditional garb that they don't want to be.
But some of them are being killed.
yeah,
Like,
straight kill.
they're just being killed. Like, the Taliban came in and gave this message of, we are here to help. We are not what you think we are. Blah, 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 blah.
What's eerie is women that are educated are burning their degrees to save themselves from the Taliban. Like
Yeah.
they're taking their degrees off their walls and they are burning them.
And what we're seeing though is a very extreme form of how women are treated. Extreme. Like obviously, like we're not seeing women in the United States do anything like that, but at the same time, you do see women downplaying themselves to not intimidate men into like wanting to like be around them. Like there's so many women that are like acting dumb or like or just like downplaying themselves, doing all this stuff to like make men comfortable that
And
like
then make them like put them on a pedestal.
exactly.
Feel
But at the
better.
same time, it's just like we're seeing that and we're acting like it's something so intensely crazy that doesn't happen. Meanwhile, stuff like that is happening like on a minor scale. Obviously, compared like we're not getting our
But
heads
it's
chopped
so
off.
minor that it's major because it's happening so often.
It's
been
happening so
happening
often.
long.
And it's just like, it's heartbreaking to see it on a stage that it's being presented on right now. But at the same time, it's just like, yes, we're seeing that. We want to also change the shit that we're seeing here. Because the shit that we're seeing here is the same fucking shit that's over there.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like when you're talking about what's happening over there, it's like to the nth power.
yeah,
At least
like
here,
the utmost extreme.
we're not being threatened to
My
be
fear
killed.
is they
You know,
will never be able to get a documentation of their degree again if the
No.
Taliban takes over
Exactly.
so
I mean,
much.
they can probably look their name up because I'm sure that
No.
stuff is recorded and record.
But if the Taliban takes over Afghanistan to the point where the places they're burning places
No,
down.
it's too late. That's already happened.
They're burning things down.
Exactly.
Like,
we butt into everybody else's shit. We be in everybody else's shit all the time, right?
Yeah.
All the time. Do we not? We always be in everybody. This is the one time we're like, yo, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Y'all always in everybody else's.
We
Now
are actually we don't have enough manpower to get everybody out that needs to get voted.
I ain't worried about that. I'm
Every day
saying,
we have planes leaving.
nah, I mean,
refugees
boots
are
on the
so-
ground, go in there and kick some ass, do what we do. We go in places and we regulate shit. That's what we do. We go and bully people and that's what we do. I'm like,
We
go
were
in and do some stuff.
We thought, well, the issue is, after hearing all the predecessors blame each other for the downfalls of what's happening in Afghanistan, what we're hearing now is people are like, oh, we shouldn't have pulled out, or we should have had a plan to pull out, and that is pretty much, we should have a plan to pull out.
We should have, but we here now. You know what I mean? You can't go back.
Exactly, and everyone can say what they should or shouldn't do in a moment.
There's nothing, you can't go back. At the time, you know, in my mind, I was like, yo, we do need to bring our troops home. Sorry. It's my sanity.
How do you know when he has to pee?
I should just take him out. I don't know.
He said, hey, mama. But yeah, like, you know, you can't blame anyone.
No, but you can a little
You-
bit.
No, you gotta blame the United States, because you
Exactly.
can't just arm people and train people and then be confident
And
like
then
you got this and dip. Like
I said, we always in everybody
they
else's
were
shit.
dependent on
Then
us.
all of a sudden we
They were,
decided,
like,
oh, wait, hold on, let's
Afghanistan-
back up now.
Were dependent on us for decades, and they were like, nah, we're not gonna do this. Like, did you plan an exit strategy or did you just exit?
Exited your life.
They were a baby daddy when that baby was freshly born.
Popped out, said, where's my guess? Mine, I'm out.
Who's Caucasian baby?
But just saying, like you were saying about, like, you know, the parallel between the women there and here, it's not that far separated. You know?
Like
More
I said,
sin
it's
is
obviously it's
extreme.
like, yeah, there's like a deadly force, which is heartbreaking. It's fucking heartbreaking to hear it. It's heartbreaking to see it.
It's not
He's okay.
He's fine.
But at the same time, it's just like, I always tell my dad, I'm just like, I tell him all the time, I was like, I hate you. You're the worst person ever because you treated me the same as my brothers. There was never a differentiation between me and my brothers. I was equal. There was no
And it
difference.
sets
And then
you up
when
for
you went out in the
failure.
real world, but see,
And I come back and
that's
like,
the opposite.
I'm like, you asshole.
Well, I got the opposite.
I
My
got
uncle
to box
treated
my
me-
brothers, which was
My
cool.
uncle was like, and so
We
to
had
this day, he does
boxing
different.
gloves. And
Oh, me and my brothers beat the shit out of each
yeah,
other.
like we got to box each
But it
other. with
prepared
boxing gloves.
you. It prepared you.
It did not.
It did
Because
not.
now I'm out here loud and in people's faces.
But that's all you. I mean, what's the alternative?
True, but at the same
You know
time,
what I'm saying? Like, what's the alternative? Yeah, in a way, it kind of gave you the false sense when you went out into the world. Like, I mean, this is normal. But there's no alternative for you. What are you
No,
gonna
there's
do?
not.
What are you gonna do? Smash yourself down? No, we need more women to be out here loud and proud and yeah, if you don't get them lumps.
nothing pisses me off more than when a mansplains something to me that I clearly know enough about that you do not
Listen,
need
the
to
alternator, the alternator.
Okay,
She
we
are.
won't talk about cars because I know nothing about cars.
Well, just-
A person can mansplain a car to me all day and I'll be like, you're true. You're right.
Well,
I
what's
have-
something that you know?
Okay, best case, I actually harbor hatred about this from like 3 years ago, and I actually saw the dude that did it like 2 weeks ago when I was getting my hair dyed. I was like sitting in the chair and I'm like seething because he's right behind me getting his hair cut.
You're like,
I'm
cut a patch.
I'm
Cut a whole
seething
patch.
because so I really like beer. I know a lot about beer and a lot about the different types of beer. I know what I like and I know what the beer types are. And my friend was getting tattooed. We were right next door to the bar at Dive on South Side to be specific. But so I go to Dive and it's like in the fall and there's like a pumpkin IPA on tap and I was like, you know what? I want one of those. That sounds great. I order it. Dude brings it over to me and I took one sip of it and it was Blue Moon. It was 100% Blue Moon, which a pumpkin IPA
It's very different.
is
than
very
beer.
different than a Blue Moon wheat beer.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, ooh. I was like, he must have just poured it on accident. So like I called him over and I said, I'm so sorry. I'm like, this is Blue Moon. And he's like, no, you don't know what that beer is. This is what the beer is supposed to taste like. And I'm like, oh, sir, I am very well aware of what this beer is supposed to taste like. I ordered it. I was like, but what you gave me is a Blue Moon. So like, you can take this and you can go get me what I asked for, because what I ordered is $9. What you gave me is $5. So I would like the $9 beer that I ordered.
Right.
And he was just like, no. He literally was just saying like, no, you're wrong. Like, this is what the beer
First of all, isn't the customer always right?
not to this man. And so I'm getting more and more pissed off. And like, I'm like starting to like get heated a
I
little
could
bit.
just see what you were about to do.
And
what
I'm
you
just
wanted
like-
to do was just take it and throw it out.
And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, you can smell it and smell that it's Blue Moon. Blue Moon is such a distinct
It
fucking
does.
taste.
It definitely
It
has
is
a
so
taste.
distinct. And he's arguing with me. And I'm starting to get loud at this point because I'm like getting pissed off. Because like, if I'm wrong, I will accept that I'm wrong
Yes.
any day of the week. Any fucking day of the week,
Right.
I accept that I'm wrong. But if I know that I am fucking right, I am not going to let it go until it's done.
Especially when we're talking about your money. It's
Exactly.
something you have to drink.
You're spending money on it, and you
Oh,
know
no.
what you like.
It's the mansplaining for me. That's what got me. I didn't even give a fuck about
It's
the money
like-
anymore.
You gonna tell me after I put my lips on this and sniff this that it's something that I'm telling you it's not?
Well, it gets better.
Okay.
Because the manager comes over at this point, and she's just like, is everything okay?
Nope.
And I looked at her and was like, ma'am, this is Blue Moon. I wanted this pumpkin IPA. I was like, I would very much like the beer that I ordered. I was like, he's telling me that I am wrong. I am very much aware that I am correct. Can you please just get me the beer that I would like?
Right.
That is all that I want at this point. And she literally looks at me and goes, we had Blue Moon on that tab right before we switched over to the pumpkin beer. So we must not have cleaned the lines out. And my head never snapped so fast in my life.
Sanitary.
Like I
And
said.
I literally just went,
Excuse me?
I said, excuse me? I was like, I looked at him and I was like, it was on tap? You didn't clean your lines? You didn't flush this out? I was like, you didn't flush your lines out? And he was just like, I think I cleaned it out pretty efficiently. And I'm like, sir, you gave me a Blue Moon and you did not clean that out. So like, they ended up giving me something completely different. Like they got me something else. I think it was
You
like a Pizza Boy, spandex, glitter, and egos. Which also,
You know where we have to go that has the most amazing things on tap? The Yard Gastropub. Mark,
we need to go for bottomless mimosas.
Yes.
test the theory of bottomless mimosas.
I have tested the theory in Vegas.
Okay,
and I
but
found
y'all
out-
can't have bottomless mimosas until y'all see life size too. So we need to have I need like 2 hours
All
of y'all
right.
time.
So,
I will circle
We
back
will-
one more time on this man, because it fucking comes back one more time.
Are you serious?
It comes back one more time.
So you never got
Oh,
your
no,
pumpkin.
No, I never got the pumpkin one, but he gives me my beer. It's like at least 45 minutes later. We've gotten our food. I'm just like, I'm having my own life at this point. My friend's having her own life. And I look over at him, and he pours himself a little bit of the pumpkin beer that I wanted, sips it, and looks at me and goes, I think it tastes just fine. And I literally almost jumped across the counter.
I don't like it. But you were right though.
But
At that point, it's like,
You probably already cleaned it
yeah,
out.
let me get
It
it.
was 45 minutes. I literally almost jumped across the counter at this man. And I'm like, I'm gonna fight him. But, and
Hold me back. Hold me back.
my friend was just like, can we shut the fuck up? Shut the fuck up. It's not the
Yes, it is.
And I'm just like, no! He's telling me. It's like, he's telling me that it tastes fine. Of course it fucking tastes fine. It's 45 minutes late.
Well, talk.
But yeah, this dude came in and got his hair cut. Well, I was getting my hair dyed the other day, and the whole time I'm like sitting there staring in the mirror, just going like, you don't remember me, but I remember you. I remember you. I'm telling my hairdresser, I'm like, fuck this guy behind me. And she's just like, oh, you mean Denny? And I'm like, well, now I know his name. Fuck Denny.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
podcast.
You're a liar.
Oh, yeah. What the heck?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.